1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster.
Movie.
Fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honeybee.
Fun time, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. I am one of your hosts, Precious D.
I am the other one of your hosts, Honey Bee.
We are two best friends making our way through the history of kaiju movies. We started with 1933 and the original King Kong, and now we are up to 2022. And what to do with the Dead Kaiju? The literal Japanese title is Aftermath of the Giant Monster. It is 115 minutes in Japanese in color. I don't see any budget or box office.
Aw.
The cast is Ryosuke Yamada as Arata Obanada, Tao Tsuchiya as Yukino Amane, Gaku Hamada as Masahiko Amane. I'm sorry, Ame. Masahiko Ame. Joe Odagiri as Ryo Blues Oshima. Toshiyuki Nishida as Kan Nishatachime. Hidekazu Mashima as Sachiro Shikishima. Erifus as Sayuri Renbutsu. Seiji Rokaku as Hirato Sugahara. Toshiro Yashiba as Manaba Takanaka. Yoshiki Arizono as Murasaki Kawanishi. Sumiri as Yamaneko Kunuji. Kenzo Ryo as Tsukuru Michio. Megumi, another one named person, as Yuko Amaguri. Ryo Iwamatsu as Bokudo Irori. Yoji Tanaka as Hayato Nakajima. Jin Puncho as Yukino's mother. That sounds like a Chinese name. Kuyasaku Shamida as Wataru Nakagachi. Takashi Sasano as Jiro Zaizen. Rinko Kikuchi as Sen Masago. Fumi Nakado as Sayoko. Shota Somatani as Denki Mukogawa. Yutaka Matsushigi as Noburu Yamakumo. And Taisai Kido as Suda. Wow. That was a long list there.
Was quite the cast.
So, Honeybee, what are your thoughts and feelings about what to do with the Dead Kaiju?
Okay, thoughts and feelings. I will say it took me an embarrassingly long time to realize this movie was a little bit of a comedy. I really was like, man, this is kind of funny, but I feel bad for I think they're serious. And then at some point I was like, oh no, okay, all right. No, it's a little bit funny too. It's supposed to be. You're okay. I kind of feel like I have a little bit of this weird thing with this right now because there's this one particular tutor at school. For those of you who don't know, I'm learning ASL. I'm learning to be a sign language interpreter. So I'm pretty. I can speak ASL pretty well. But I keep missing this guy is telling me jokes. And every time this particular guy signs to me, I don't realize he's joking. And eventually he has to be like, I'm joking, I'm joking. But I take him so serious. Like, I'm just still learning, you know? So I'm like really focusing on what he's signing. And I keep missing that he's joking. And it's so embarrassing and so funny. And that's how I felt watching this movie. Like, I was like, no, this is serious. And then at one point I was like, oh, no, it's a joke. It's a joke. Okay, we're all right. So yeah, it took me a long time to figure that out. I will say I love the premise of the movie. Like I really like the idea of it, and I kind of am sad that the only kaiju we got was, I mean, besides the very ending, obviously, is just dead.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people shit because of that,
Yep.
which the comedy does help.
Mhm.
Some of the, intense people shit, it really breaks it up, and that's nice. But yeah, I just, this it's a lot of people shit. It's a lot of people
Yeah.
shit. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
It
I enjoyed it for sure.
okay. Yeah, I believe there is a manga and also role-playing game with the same basic premise, but,
Okay.
well, I mean, this one is what are we gonna do with it? Those other
Yeah.
things are we have a system in place. There's people whose job it is to clean up the dead kaiju. So in
And
those they've already figured out what to do with dead kaiju, and it's just
I
about
see.
taking care of it.
Isn't there also something that we're going to come up on soon that kind of has this premise as well? Like this same kind of like where it's like, hey, we're a kaiju cleaning crew. It's like something 8 or something.
Oh, did we have that on the list? Well, Kaiju number 8
Kaiju number
is
8.
a manga that has also been turned into an anime, and I believe that's the one I was, thinking of when I said that there's a
Oh, okay,
comic with that
okay.
premise. But in that comic, somebody ends up getting turned into a kaiju, so it's more than just that. I think somebody from the cleaning crew gets promoted to the kaiju fighting team.
Oh.
So,
So when are we doing that?
I
What
don't
year is
know.
that? Is it
I don't have
23?
it's pretty recent, I think it's still going. I don't have it on the list, but I'll have to look it up, and I'm not sure where we can stream it. We might have to get a trial to Crunchyroll some shit, I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure I have Crunchyroll.
Oh, okay. I do not. I'm still mad at them for stealing my digital content.
Yeah, that was pretty fucked up for
The
sure.
folks, they absorbed Funimation, and any digital content you own through Funimation just went away. They're like, "We're sorry, we'll not be supporting the stuff that you paid for. Fuck you." Technically, you had a license to that, not didn't really own it.
Yeah, it looks like Crunchyroll, Prime, YouTube, Amazon Prime with subscription.
It's
So
probably
it's on a few things.
it's probably a Crunchyroll subscription through Prime. They'll
Oh, I
they
see.
they do that.
But it looks like year is 24.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the first season or
Yeah.
second season, so I'm sure we're coming up on it. But I haven't seen this yet, but I have heard quite a bit about it because it's so new, and I'm pretty sure my brother was telling me about it. Oh no, the first episode was April 13, 24. So yeah.
Okay.
But I remember when he was telling me about it that it was kind of like this, not this particular situation, but just that it's like a kaiju cleanup crew type
Well, our
situation.
our current list only goes through 24, so I'm adding it to the end of the list, and then we'll see. I think some things came out last year, so
Yes. Last year, and oh my gosh, so excited. Things coming up this year. I guess we're going to take a little kaiju news break because it's a good time to be a kaiju fan, you guys. We get the new Godzilla and Kong movie, I want to say in 27. And then also
uh-huh.
Godzilla minus zero is coming, you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
So very excited. It's a good time. It is a good time. We're gonna have some good stuff to add for sure.
As long as we're doing kaiju news, Kaiju Go is already setting their plans in motion for this year's event,
Yay!
which should be the 4th one, and I believe it's in August again, and they have announced that they're doing, showing Godzilla versus Hedorah or Hidra,
Woo!
the
Very
small.
excited.
So I there'll be at least one other movie, I'm sure, possibly 2 more. We'll see. But I think that's the only one they've announced so far. They've started announcing guests as well. So,
I
yeah,
think
if you're
we're
not following them on Instagram, you should go do that.
do it, and come see us at Kaiju Go.
Yeah, we'll be
Um,
there.
there was something. I think there's another Ultraman or something. What is it? Is it Ultraman?
There's always a
Uh,
new Ultraman. There's constantly a
always.
new Ultraman.
And then
We could
Kaiju Island of Fire is also this year, 26. Yeah, it
okay.
looks like Godzilla Minus Zero is November 3rd. I'm so excited. November 6th for us in the US. It is
Oh,
going to be so good.
you mean you think there's a new Ultraman movie? Like a
Uh
standalone?
I thought I saw that there was gonna be a sequel to Shin
To Shin
Ultraman.
Ultraman? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, but
I thought that was
I'll look
supposed to be
into
this year. Maybe it's
it.
27 though.
Let me look into it.
Um, but yeah, good stuff.
Once again, we only have a very quick, short summary. It's not a full summary,
Before
so
we
I'll just
super
read
get
that.
started though, I do want to say with this movie, it was very difficult for me to watch.
Yeah,
We watched it on like this website, I guess. Eh,
Daily Motion. It's on Daily Motion,
yeah, okay.
and
So
I believe that's unofficially because it's, like, up there twice, posted by 2 different
oh.
people.
Well, I had a really hard time with this. Is that sometimes the ads, I'd get stuck on the ad. Like the ad would play like over the same ad would play over and over and over and over. I'd have to get out and restart and then restart
Huh,
the movie and then find my timestamp. That was one thing. At one point, the movie just started going in two speed for absolutely no reason, and I couldn't turn it off. So there's a part of the movie that I couldn't even read the subtitles for because they were just happening so fast. And
huh,
I feel like I may have missed a little bit at that part. And then also, if my phone screen, like if the ad was like going from one ad to another, sometimes it would be taking so long that my phone screen would go dark and then I'd have to open it again and it wouldn't just start in that spot. I'd have to again restart the movie and then find it was. So I do feel like I
wow,
kind of missed some pieces in the middle. Um, just throwing it out there. I really tried to
okay.
get in the same spot every time, but I had to watch this movie over a course of like 3 days because I was just so frustrated that I couldn't get it to work properly.
Yeah, I didn't have that problem, although I mostly watched it on my desktop computer, so maybe that helped.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, I couldn't find it streaming officially anywhere, even to buy, so there you go, folks. Well, here's our quick overview. The
Wait.
Great
How
Kaiju
wait.
what?
You didn't say your
Huh.
initial thoughts and feelings.
Oh, I mean, I liked it. It's really heavy on the human shit,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but, I pretty much enjoyed it.
Right.
It ends a little abruptly.
Yeah, oh man, my
Speak
jaw was on the
speaking of
ground when
Ultraman.
it ended. I was like, "Oh my god, what?" I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of Ultraman.
Yeah.
The great kaiju that struck fear to Japan has died. The public cheers and is relieved. The carcass is nick
Yay!
and there was much rejoicing. The carcass is nicknamed Hope for the various potentials it could have.
Hey, I
However,
don't you have, like, a really hot friend named Hope? I'm pretty sure,
I do, the hottest, none hotter. However, the carcass, she's much hotter than a rotting kaiju carcass, I'll tell you that. However, the carcass rots as it laid there, and fears of an explosion arose. Thus, in order to dispose of the body, the young men and women of the Tokumutai faces the dangerous disposal as the fate of Japan hung on its success. This seems like somebody wrote this in Japanese and then ran it through an AI translation.
very possible.
So this kaiju, the army was fighting it and stuff apparently, and then there was just this flash of light and it died. And how long ago did this happen though? Because
Well, when we
it
start the
seems
movie, it's very much kind of like the end of every movie we've ever seen. Which was
yeah,
kinda cool, because 'cause we're, like, walking straight into the destruction and the city all, like, blown to shit and, all of the things, and so when they start talking about this, like, flash of light and we kinda see, the maps and the charts and things, and no one knows what it is, it's just feel I couldn't tell if the movie was gonna go, okay, like here we are and like 15 days earlier and we were going to see what happened.
mhm,
When movies kind of do that, like
yeah,
cuz I was really
yeah,
hoping that was going to happen so we could actually see The whole thing, the light coming and killing the kaiju, the kaiju destroying shit. I was just wait. It never happens, you guys. Don't hold your breath. It just doesn't happen.
Hi, I'm a dead kaiju. I guess you're wondering how I got here.
Yeah.
It was the
Yep.
craziest
That's
thing.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have two main groups sort of working together here. I guess you'd say we've got, or maybe three. We've got the prime minister and his cabinet, and then we've got the special forces, and we've got a little bit of the regular military working along with the special forces. And basically, nobody wants this job. It's all well. This seems like a health and human services problem. I don't know. I think it's a
No, it's a
fish
garbage disposal
yeah,
problem.
it's a fish and wildlife problem. No, it's a Department of the Interior problem, and I can't remember who ends up being in charge of it, but some woman minister seems to take charge.
Yeah, she's the environmentalist something or
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
Environment something. I don't know.
prime minister or minister of the environment or something like that. So, and
Mhm.
she has an assistant who is married to somebody in the government who's important, but has an ex-boyfriend who's in special forces, who
Oh, the
apparently
tangled webs we
yes,
weave.
who apparently disappeared at some point, and if he hadn't done so, she might not have married the other guy.
Yeah, but
Uh,
honestly, I kind of feel like at certain points they both kind of treat her like shit. So it very much reminded me of like the tumultuous relationships we used to see in very old kaiju movies,
yeah, yeah,
where it'd be like this love triangle getting weird.
yeah, and
Why does no one like her?
so, so we get a lot of stuff with that. We get a lot of arguing about who's going to deal with it and how they're going to deal with it, and various ideas are put forward. But as the body starts rotting, parts of it start swelling up, and like
Ew.
blisters kind of swell up and burst. And there's these
Ugh.
two special forces people who get drenched by the goo a couple of times, I
So
think.
gross. I feel like, yeah, a couple of times. I feel like throughout the entire movie, I could smell this kaiju, and it was very upsetting. They do a lot of things, and there's even certain parts where like people are just kind of standing near it and they're not reacting like it smells, but because of the goop scene that you were talking about,
Yeah.
and like just other things that you see, I'm like, ugh, like you just, oh god. Have you ever had like a lizard under your porch that's been dead? And it's just like, where is that smell coming from? And it's like that times 300 fucking meters, like just so gross.
uh, so I believe Arata is the guy who had gone missing and is now back, and he won't explain where he's been, but he tells I think it's Yukino that if they once they figure out what to do about the kaiju, once they take care of the problem, then he'll tell her what happened, which he doesn't exactly do. He
Yeah, he does
kind
not at all.
of
Basically the only thing he does is smile, and
yeah,
she just gets it.
yeah. So at one point it starts swelling up again, and they have this plan that if they can puncture it in the two right places, it'll create an updraft and just take all the gas up and out into the atmosphere.
Ew.
Also, at one point, mushrooms start growing on people
Okay,
because
well, okay, before that though, they're like, you know how when you flush a toilet, it like makes the poop not smell. This is also one of the
that's
parts where
right.
I was like, "Oh, okay, this is supposed to be funny," because they were like, "Poop, vomit, which
Oh
is
yeah,
it?"
yeah.
Like the people
The
are
smell,
demanding, and I'm like,
the
"Yeah."
the smell of the fluid is like, well, it's kind of smell like poop and kind of like vomit, and they're like, well, which is it? And then they
Tell
compromise.
us. We need to
They say
know.
they claim it smells like ginkgo biloba, which
Which isn't that like a
have.
herb,
Yeah,
like a plant or
I have
something?
not smelled it, so I don't know how it smells. It might have a
I have
kind of a
not either.
vomity smell.
Ew.
For a while, they were putting it in everything. I think, like creams or shampoos or whatever, or maybe people were eating it. I don't remember, but
Gross.
or
But it
both.
smells like poo vomit.
Maybe. So
Yeah, but that's when I realized, like, oh, okay, this is supposed to be funny. Because first, well, when the agent like falls into the kaiju goop
oh
and
yeah,
her
yeah.
little legs, like, and
The
her like dress goes up, and you see her like underwear, I was like, okay, that's funny. But I don't remember what came first, if that
yeah.
did or the poop vomit chant. And when the poop vomit chant happened, I was like, okay, it is supposed to be
Yeah.
funny. Like
Yeah.
it is definitely a joke.
So yeah,
Okay.
they decide if we cover it with water, it won't be as much of a problem, and they decide to try to
Yeah, they're like, when
break
you
a dam.
flush a toilet, it like helps with the smell. That's what we should do. We should flush it and then
Yeah,
it won't smell as bad.
we should
Oh
blow up
my god.
a dam. So they go to consult a explosive expert who is somebody's brother, but whose brother is he? Is he
It's her. It's her
her
brother.
brother?
It's the
Okay,
yeah.
Yukino's brother.
Mhm.
And I think he's blue. He's Royo Blues Oshima. And doesn't he go missing at some point? Like they think
Yeah.
they think he got blown up or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I don't think their plan succeeds. It doesn't fully cover the kaiju.
Right. And its mouth is open, so it just goes in his mouth and then comes out his butt
Yeah.
and then just lets out this rank ass fart.
Yeah. So at some point they're going to maybe blow it up, but somebody else but Arata is going to try the plan of the strategic puncturing, which does seem to be working.
Oh yeah,
And
and then who's the guy? Who's the guy that was in the special forces that was like a barbecue pit guy who just like shows up out of nowhere in the middle of the movie and they're like, "Oh, he's like, we should do this." And they're like, "What do you do again? Like what department are you from?" And he's like, "Oh, I just distribute barbecue pits." And they're like, "We're going to listen to this fucking idiot?" And they're like, "No, no, no. No one pay attention to him." And then at the end of the movie they're like, "Hey, where's the barbecue pit guy? Maybe we should do his plan."
I don't remember him. I don't know. I'm not sure which guy that was.
Okay.
Um, ugh. So I can't remember. I guess that's most of the plans. But then, so in the end, it gets weird. The Arata's plan seems to be working, but then they're going to try to blow it up anyway because there's not proper coordination between the different plans. And so he's there, and Yukino comes running up, and he pulls out what kind of looks like a cell phone, some kind of a rectangle.
Yeah.
Some kind of a rectangle. What does he say to her exactly?
He says, "Du ex machina."
Yes. Sorry. Deus ex machina,
Mhm.
which means God from the machine, which is a literary theatrical term when you just sort of pull the solution out of your ass at the end, when you have something that just miraculously saves the day. It comes originally from Greek theater, where literally in the story God would come down and fix everything at the end. Zeus
Oh.
or whatever God was in charge of the situation. And they had a device that would lower the actor playing Zeus or whoever. So it was the God from the machine, just referring to the device that they used to lower the actor down. But now it refers to anytime you just sort of pull a solution out of your ass. It's usually something that has not been previously established, but we're just going to save the day with this thing. So yeah, he pulls out the Deus Ex Machina and activates it, and basically turns into Ultraman, but
Yeah.
but we don't actually see it. We see sort of his shadow get bigger, and
His foot.
Yukino looks up at him to indicate that she's seeing him grow.
And she's like, "The chosen one."
Yes, somebody had mentioned the chosen one earlier, but I don't remember the exact context. And then there's a big flash of light. So the implication is that he was the flash of light, because they don't know where the flash of light came from that killed the kaiju.
Right.
But apparently it was him. And he could have, all along, he could have just done it again to get rid of the body, but he, for some reason, hasn't been. And
That's
so,
we had to make this fucking
Yeah.
movie.
and so there's an implication that this is why he disappeared. But he disappeared a few years ago, so it wasn't when he killed the kaiju, but I guess whenever he got the power, wherever he got the power.
Yeah. This is one of
He
the parts too
disappeared.
where I was like, ew, because she's like running to him. She's like, I'm not gonna let you leave me again, you know,
Yeah.
and he's like trying to do the thing to get the kaiju, you know, in a human way, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then they're like sending missiles and she's like running and then like it like blows up, boom, and he like gets blown off, and he's even like, ah! And he's like flying backwards, and she's like running to him, and then there's just like blood and like goop and like steamy air that I swear I just knew it smelled. You know what I mean? And she's just looking at him like she's so in love with him and she wants to run up to him and he like puts his hand up and I'm like, you cannot tell me that they're standing that close. There's just blood and guts everywhere, like decaying blood, and they're just like about to like run into each other. It stinks. It's so stanky. There's no way. But yeah.
And then it just ends with her, staring up at him.
And she says Godspeed, which she had said to him earlier in the film as well.
And then, I don't know which version you were watching, but there was a little post-credit thing. So one of the versions on Daily Motion was a few minutes shorter than the other one. And I think I sent you that link to the longer one, but you maybe didn't watch it.
I watched the one that you sent me the link to.
Yeah. But,
but it ended like right.
Okay.
Like as the credits come up, they didn't even finish playing. Like it stopped.
I thought I had sent you maybe later I sent it when I realized there was a post-credit thing. Anyway, we just get a brief scene of the Prime Minister and the Environmental Minister saying basically that there's going to be a sequel, but it'll have only half the budget of this one.
Aww.
So I have no idea if that's true.
I'd watch it for sure.
I don't see anything here on Wikipedia about whether or not there will be an actual sequel or not. So
yeah, well, and then there's that part where the environmentalist and the main character girl just start singing. Like they're like, "Oh, since the dam isn't occupied, now we can blah de blah." And she's like, "Really? Yes." And then she just starts singing. Oh no! Like looks out the window and just starts.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Funny. It was clever. It was a clever movie. It definitely made me laugh. In the beginning, I was like, "Am I supposed to be laughing?" And then realized, yes, you are.
Oh, this was produced by the Toei company that does Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and Power Rangers.
Hell yeah!
So there you go, dipping their toe into the comedy movies there.
Yeah. What did you think? What are you gonna rate it?
I think I gave it 3 stars.
Okay. Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it. I want to say it's like 3.8 or 4. The only reason why I don't think it's completely a 4 is just because like I wish there was more kaiju, less people shit.
Yeah.
But I did think the people shit was like entertaining and good and clever. So I think I'm gonna give it a 4. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll say it's a 4.
All right. There you go, folks. What to do with the Dead Kaiju, and you can watch it on Daily Motion.
Yeah, but maybe not on a Safari browser. Do a Chrome. I think maybe that was another problem too. Is like sometimes
Always
a
use
Chrome browser will will like work so much better, but because I have Apple, it's just like my default is Safari. And I feel like Safari things on Safari can just be really like buggy and like both like just clanky and hard to navigate. So pro tip.
Next week is Shin Ultraman.
Yeah.
which is available.
Sorry, I'm just excited because we saw it in theaters.
That's right, we did. It's available everywhere on Tubi, Pluto, Fandango at Home, Philo. It's free on all of those services. I have a physical copy. I will probably break that out to watch it, so I don't have to deal with commercials. But there you go.
Oh, yeah?
Shin Ultraman, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, we'll have to look up before next week whether or not there's a sequel coming out.
Hell yeah.
That's going to do it for now. You should also check out our side project, our side piece,
Hey.
Mars Needs Movies, where we look at movies of alien invasions, infiltrations, incursions, and visitations. Our most recent episode was Uranus Attacks.
And it was a good one, so go listen to it.
And also check out our Patreon. You can find links to all of our things at mmftg.com. Please consider giving us a rating or a review wherever it is you're listening to this, or just a thumbs up if you're listening on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, I have been Precious D.
And I have been Honey B.
Remember to keep calm and take shelter in basements.
And please don't misuse science.
We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go.
Woo!
You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please consider rating and reviewing us on your podcasting platform of choice. You can leave us a message and find links to all our things at mmftg.com.